Okay, students, we're here in Unit 3, and the punchline of this unit is all about parallel and perpendicular lines. All right, so we had Unit 1, which is the essentials of geometry, just kind of lay the foundations of stuff. Then we had Unit 2, which was logic and reason, and built upon the essentials of geometry, we proved some stuff to be true. Now we're going to look at a lot of line stuff, all right? And this line stuff's actually really important. I still even consider this kind of some of the essentials of geometry, because these line stuff, the parallel line stuff, the perpendicular line stuff, it really builds upon and we're laying a strong foundation for the rest of the school year. All right, so parallel and perpendicular lines, we'll be talking about intersecting and skew and all kinds of fun stuff. So we got a gizmo scheduled for today, and I figure I might as well walk you guys through a little bit of it. All right, help you guys out. You guys can log in and do this front page by yourself if you would like, or you can just listen to my beautiful voice take you through this nice and interesting stuff. So we're going to click interesting line, or interesting, yes, interesting lines are interesting, but specifically intersecting. All right, well, let's view it. They're intersecting, that means they just cross, they intersect at one point. New lines, that's interesting. How many points do the lines have in common? We already said it, 1. All right, in your own words, describe intersecting lines. I'm going to say 2 lines that intersect at 1 point. Nice. All right, so we clicked new line several times. Nothing ever really changed, and just like the lines kind of just moved around, maybe intersected kind of close or kind of far apart. Like, anyways, new plane. Notice I'm touching new plane and nothing's happening. All right. Since does the plane change? The answer is no, and that means that intersecting lines define a unique plane. All right, when 2 lines intersect, they actually form a plane. And why is that? Kind of, let's look at this example right here. Well, obviously they intersect here. Here's a point on the line. Here's another point on another line. It's just 3 non-collinear points. We can find 3 non-collinear points that we can force a plane to go through. All right, now we're going to select parallel lines. Parallel. Let's click new lines. All right, all kinds of things going on. How many points do parallel lines intersect? The answer is 0. They don't intersect, and that's a major punchline. All right, so in your own words, describe parallel lines. It's lines that don't intersect. All right, now that's not all the information. That's just a major punchline. There's actually more qualifications for lines to be parallel. Now, what are the qualifications? Well, let's click new plane a couple times. Notice how I'm clicking new plane and the plane doesn't change? That means that parallel lines actually define a unique plane. So lines that don't intersect and are coplanar. So a pair of parallel lines always lie on the same plane. They have to. That's a punchline. All right. It's like the distant cousins of punchlines. It's not what we always think about when we first think about parallel lines. Usually it's the fact that they don't intersect. That's the grand prize of it all. But nonetheless, that is a fact about parallel lines. All right. So since the plane doesn't change, that's no, and that means that they define a unique plane. Now, skew lines. I really like this word, skew. Say it with me. We have your headphones on. Say skew right now. Skew. Just fun to say. I don't know why I like that word. Maybe because it's only 4 letters long and I can spell it right most of the time. All right, let's click skew lines. Oh my gosh, this is goofy. There's a giant spike coming out of it. All right, that line looks like a giant spike. All right. And let's play around. Let's just click new line several times. Oh, this is bizarre, all right? What the heck is going on here? All right, this is very much different than what was going on before. All right, I like that example. All right, so Do skew lines intersect? The answer is nah. Nah, bro, they don't. All right. These lines be social distancing. Look, they don't touch. All right. All right. In your own words, describe skew lines. So just like parallel lines, they're lines that don't intersect. And click new plane. Notice how the plane can change though. The plane's basically always hugging one of the lines and just kind of going around. All right, it doesn't define a unique plane. How many lines lie on the new plane? It's just one. Only one is entirely contained by the plane. The other one's just stabbing right through it. All right, as you can see, it's stabbing right through it. All right, so it's lines that don't intersect, but not coplanar. All right, so in other words, that's the official math words, but probably lines that don't intersect and go different directions. All right, the different directions part's not official, but it's in more simple terms, easier to understand. They're not intersecting, but they're going different directions. Those are skew lines. All right, so parallel lines, let's see right here. Neither parallel lines nor skew lines ever intersect. What are the difference between parallel lines and skew lines? So basically we can write this. Parallel lines are coplanar. Skew lines aren't coplanar. All right, nice. Okay, so now it tells us to go to Unit 3 in our iBook. So the rest of this is iBook notes. It tells you where to go, what to do. Make sure you just read along, follow along, so on and so forth. It looks like there's a lot of pages left, but each page is going to go pretty quick. A lot of pictures. All right, but anywho, you can log off this video now, but if you want a quick refresher on how to get the iBook, I'm going to show you how to. You should have this already, but we'll see. All right, so you got to go to Canvas. Where do you get the iBooks? HCSD online textbooks. All right, what do you click? Math. What class is this? This is geometry. So you're going to tap the geometry junk. And then Unit 3. Make sure you get the iBook. All right, and then a common mistake is you got to press the share arrow. Make sure you press the share arrow when it's downloaded right here up at top. Okay? Other than that, you're going to read the iBook. You guys can listen to your own music. Remember, when we do iBook notes, read for understanding, take your time, interact with all the images, so on and so forth. Have a good rest of your day.